When it comes to storing eggs, there's much debate about whether they should be refrigerated. Some people swear by keeping them at room temperature, while others are adamant that they should be chilled. So what's the deal? Are eggs safe to store at room temperature, or are we playing with fire by not refrigerating them? I'm willing to bet that most of us have stored eggs at room temperature at some point or another. I mean, who doesn't love having a carton of eggs sitting on the counter, just waiting to be devoured? But the truth is, storing eggs at room temperature could leave you a trip to the hospital as soon as you eat one. But before that, let's start from the beginning. Everyone knows that eggs come from chicken, but the process of how an egg forms inside a chicken is not widely understood. An egg develops through multiple stages during its time inside a hen. A yolk is encased in layers of egg white and protective membranes, sealed within a shell, and coated with a fast-drying protective fluid. The first eggs hens lay at this young age are relatively small at about 45 to 50 grams. But over a period of about 3 months, the egg size increases to an average of 60 grams. Commercial laying hens continue to produce first-quality eggs until they are about 1.5 years old. After this, their eggs become fewer and shell quality decreases, which leads to more cracking and breaking. It's a common misconception that a hen is incapable of laying eggs without a rooster around. There are no roosters on commercial egg farms, and hens lay only unfertilized eggs. A hen requires around 24 to 26 hours to produce an egg, and after it is laid, the process starts all over again about 30 minutes later. The only reason to have roosters included among a flock of hens would be to produce fertilized eggs as part of breeding programs. This process happens in specialist hatcheries, not on egg farms. The differences in egg storage practices around the world. Egg storage practices vary significantly across the globe, influenced by cultural preferences and food safety regulations. In the United States, eggs are typically washed and refrigerated to prevent bacterial contamination. This washing process removes the natural protective coating, making refrigeration essential. Conversely, many European countries, such as France and Germany, do not wash their eggs. Instead, they rely on the egg's natural protective layer, allowing them to be stored at room temperature for several weeks. This difference in approach stems from varying regulations regarding the vaccination of hens against salmonella. In countries where hens are vaccinated, room temperature storage is deemed safe. In Japan, eggs are often sold as fresh and are commonly enjoyed raw, leading to strict quality controls and rapid distribution. In contrast, in some Asian countries, eggs may be preserved using methods like pickling or salting, extending their shelf life ... but going back to the United States. Eggs are a staple in many diets, but if not stored correctly, one allows bacteria like salmonella to grow and multiply on the surface of the egg, which can lead to some serious health risks if ingested. And let's be real, who wants to risk getting food poisoning from something as simple as an egg? Another issue with storing eggs at room temperature is that it can cause them to age faster. You see, eggs have tiny little pores on their surface that allow gases to pass through, and when they're stored at room temperature, those gases can escape a lot faster. This can cause the egg to become less fresh, and even develop that weird sulfurous smell that's just not pleasant. And trust me, you don't want to crack open an egg that's gone bad. It's not a pretty sight. But wait, it gets even worse. When eggs are stored at room temperature, they can also become a breeding ground for moisture. And when that moisture gets inside the egg, it can cause the growth of even more bacteria, which can lead to some serious health issues. It's a vicious cycle, folks, and one that we can easily avoid by simply storing our eggs in the fridge. So why do eggs need to be refrigerated in the first place? Well, it all comes down to science. You see, refrigeration slows down the growth of bacteria on the surface of the egg, which can help prevent the spread of disease. It also helps to keep the egg fresh by slowing down the loss of moisture and carbon dioxide. This means that refrigerated eggs will last longer, taste better, and are generally safer to eat. And let's be real, who doesn't want all of those things from their eggs? But it's not just about the safety aspect. Refrigerating eggs can also affect their quality. You see, when eggs are refrigerated, the pores on their surface close up, which helps to keep the goodies inside and the bad stuff out. This means that refrigerated eggs will have a better texture and a richer flavor, and will even look better in your fridge. And who doesn't love a good-looking egg? Now, I know what you're thinking. What about all the other countries that store their eggs at room temperature? Well, the truth is that many countries have different regulations when it comes to egg storage, and some may not require refrigeration at all. But the fact remains that refrigerating eggs is the safest way to store them, and it's a practice that's widely recommended by food safety experts around the world. The USDA recommends that eggs be refrigerated at a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below within 7 to 10 days of laying. And it's not just the USDA, health experts from all over the world agree that refrigerating eggs is the way to go. So why are we still debating this?